In this video, I'll show you how to build your first WordPress website. Welcome, my name is Jake, and I will personally guide you through each stage of building a website. From selecting the right platform for your website, to hosting it, to choosing a domain name, to hands-on building your WordPress website today. So, why WordPress? It's been over 10 years since I started using WordPress professionally. As a content creator, I've grown with it, and I'm not the only one. Did you know that 43% of the internet is powered by WordPress? There are many reasons I chose WordPress.org, but the main reason is that it's open source. That means you own your content. That may seem like a given, but there are many platforms out there like Wix, Squarespace, and Webflow, to name a few, which run on closed environments. If one day you want to move your content to a different hosting company, for example, or you outgrow the platform, you'll be stuck there. In this video, I'll use Elementor hosting. I find it the most effective way to build your first WordPress website. I'll talk more about it when we move on to our next topic, hosting. So, what is hosting? In short, it's like renting space in a building. It's an internet storage space for your website's media and files. But with some hosting companies, and I'll call it old school, you have to click to install WordPress, then click to install an SSL, then click to install other services. Oof. Sometimes hosting companies can install it for you, but there may be a hidden fee. The good news is we'll use a new method which is ideal for WordPress beginners, Elementor hosting. With Elementor hosting, everything you need for your website comes pre-installed. I'll show you what I mean when we start building our first WordPress site. Every WordPress website needs a theme. A theme controls how your WordPress website looks, and in the early days of WordPress was pretty much the only way to design your website. You can find thousands of free themes in the WordPress repository and paid themes in dedicated online marketplaces. However, most people are surprised to find that their website doesn't look anything like the theme preview or what they expected. It's not easy to customize a theme, and that's why page builders are so useful. A page builder goes beyond your theme and gives you more design control and freedom when building a website. With page builders, you can build your website visually using drag and drop functionality without having to write code. Some page builders, like Elementor Pro, give you even more control as you can design every single part of your website, including the header and footer. Elementor hosting comes with the Hello theme and Elementor Pro already installed, so we're set with both our theme and page builder. The next step is to add content. I will suggest searching Google for keywords related to your website topic, or using different tools for keyword research depending on your topic. Search engines will index your site faster once you have it updated with relevant and SEO-friendly content. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. You can optimize your content for search engines using plugins like Yoast SEO, Rank Math, and more. We're good to go because Elementor integrates perfectly with the most popular WordPress SEO plugins. So, what's a plugin? WordPress plugins extend your WordPress website's capabilities. Many WordPress plugins are available, like ones for backups, security, performance, forms, and pop-ups, just to name a few. Elementor hosting, together with the Elementor Pro plugin, already covers all these capabilities, so you won't need so many plugins. With fewer plugins, you'll spend less time updating them and worrying about plugin compatibility. Elementor has us covered. Having a website is a great first step, but you'll also want to expand your reach on other platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook to bring people to your website. This will not only bring in more visitors, but also help build your brand and grow your business. You can also monetize your website traffic with ads or by becoming an affiliate, depending on the amount of traffic you get. You can even become a sponsor. Okay, before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can share more WordPress content with you. Now that we know what we're doing, let's build our WordPress website. Alright, it's time to kick things off. To build my first WordPress website hassle-free, we'll sign up for an Elementor hosting account. This brilliant option offers everything I need to get started on the right foot. With Elementor hosting, we not only get fast and secure web hosting, but also top-notch features like an SSL certificate for enhanced security, daily backups for peace of mind, and premium support for any help we might need along the way. The best part is that it will automatically install both WordPress and Elementor for us. Talk about convenience. Let's visit the Elementor website by going to elementor.com. Next, let's go ahead and click the Get Started button. Here, we get to choose the type of website we'd like to create. I'm quite drawn to this wireframe kit, so let's see what's inside by clicking on the Preview Design option. This kit offers a nice homepage with a variety of layouts to showcase the services my company offers. Additionally, it includes an About page, a Services page, a Blog page, and a Contact page. With all these essential pages, it's the perfect foundation to build our first WordPress website. Alright, it's time to take the next big step. We'll go ahead and click on the Start with this Design option at the top of this page. The next screen presents us with an important choice, selecting a site plan. I'm excited to get started, so we'll go ahead and choose the Buy Now option. Now, we'll need to enter some basic details such as email address, a secure password, billing information. We'll click on the Continue link, and payment details. Almost there. We can now complete our purchase by selecting the Pay Now option. After that, a confirmation screen will pop up, and we'll click on the Start Creating Your Website button. And just like that, we're on our way to building an awesome WordPress website. Alright, on the next screen, the first thing to do is enter a temporary name for the website. No need to worry about connecting the custom domain right now. We'll cover that later. Once we're happy with the temporary domain name choice, we'll go ahead and select Next. Elementor will then take care of the rest, installing WordPress and the kit I chose for our website. As we wait for the kit to finish installing, let's take a moment to explore the benefits of using an Elementor kit. These kits are professionally designed and built in Elementor by Elementor experts and skilled designers. That means we'll be working with top-notch designs crafted by the best in the business. New kits are regularly added to keep up with the latest design trends, giving us access to fresh and modern styles for our website. One of the most significant advantages of using these kits is the time they save. Trust me, I know how much time can be lost just trying to figure out the perfect website style. With these kits, we can have a fully functional website up and running in a matter of minutes, just like we're about to do with this wireframe kit. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a wireframe kit? In simple terms, it's a bare-bones blueprint for a complete website. It provides a solid structure for me to build upon and customize according to my preferences. The perfect foundation for our design. Alright, it seems our website is now ready to go, so let's jump back in and hit that Let's Go button. Before we check out the website we just created, let's take a moment to explore the My Elementor account dashboard. Right at the top, we can see the new website we've just built. If we add new websites in the future, they'll also show up in this section, making it easy to manage all my projects. On the left-hand side, there's a navigation menu that offers various options for my account. Subscriptions. Here, we can manage my subscription and billing details. Teams. If we have a team or collaborators, this is where we can handle team-related settings. FAQ and support. Find useful information and get support from Elementor's knowledge base whenever we need help. Community. Connect with other Elementor users in the vibrant community and get involved. Hire an expert. If we need professional help with our website, we can hire an expert. Click your name in the top right corner to view and edit your profile information. Now, let's get back to exploring the website. Hovering over my website, we can see several options available. For now, we'll select Manage this website to enter the admin area. Here, we have a few essential sections. The first one is Custom Domain Name, where we can connect a custom domain name to our website. We'll come back to this later in the course. Next, we have Email Authentication settings. This setting ensures that my email will function correctly. We'll set this up after connecting the domain name just before launching the website. Site lock is enabled by default on any new website. we can set a pin to share with anyone who needs to view the website and disable the site lock when we're ready to take our website live. Next, we have backups. We can see a list of all available backups for the website. Daily backups are taken automatically, but we also have the option to create manual backups if needed. Debugging and troubleshooting. Here we find options to help us with certain WordPress administration issues. Alright, now that we've covered Elementor Account Dashboard, we'll log into the WordPress Dashboard and see how to use it. There are two ways to log in, either from the website's screen we saw earlier, or by using the links displayed at the top of the page. I'll go with Open WP Dashboard because I want to introduce you to WordPress before we dive into Elementor. Let's get started. Here I am in the WordPress dashboard. Before we delve in, let's quickly explore the website kit that we just applied. At the top left corner, if we hover over the site name, a new link appears allowing us to visit our website. To open it in a new tab, hold down the Command or Control key while clicking on the link. Once we open the website, we'll find ourselves on the homepage and everything looks as expected from our earlier preview of the kit. Now, there's also an About page, a Services page, and a Contact page. With this kit in place, I can confidently begin customizing and bringing my website to life. Exciting stuff! And while these pages may look a little plain right now, they've given us a jumpstart to building our website and will save us time. Okay, let's take a moment to review what we've learned so far. First, we set up my Elementor hosting account and it did just about everything for us. It automatically installed WordPress and Elementor and it even set up our wireframe kit. That's a great time saver. Next, we took a tour of the My Elementor account dashboard and looked at all the super useful built-in features. Finally, we logged into My WordPress admin for a sneak peek at the website we've got so far. It's already shaping up nicely. In the next lesson, I'll guide you through the essentials of working with WordPress from the ground up. Let's go. Once again, welcome back to the WordPress dashboard. If we take a look at the top of the page, we've got the WordPress toolbar. It has some helpful links that lead to various areas of the website, and it changes according to the page we're on. For instance, when we're browsing the front end of our website, we'll have even more options available on this toolbar. Note that this toolbar will only be visible for logged-in admin users while they're on the website. Now, let's take a look at the top left side of the dashboard. Here, you'll find the main menu options. We've got blog posts, media files, pages of our website, Elementor settings, templates associated with our website, appearance, where you'll discover themes and menu options, plugins, website users, tools, and lastly, settings. For now, let's focus on exploring the most common areas we're likely to use when getting started. Let's start by exploring the concept of pages and posts, and we'll clear up any confusion. Pages are like the sturdy pillars of your website, containing static content that doesn't need frequent updates. Think of your About page, for instance. It's pretty permanent, rarely changing over time. We also have posts, which are the dynamic entries on your blog. These get added regularly and they play an important role in driving traffic to your website through search engines and social media. So, in short, pages are for those fixed pieces of information, while posts keep your whole website fresh and engaging, drawing in more visitors. It's a powerful combination that will help you create an impressive online presence. Alright, here we are in the WordPress dashboard. Let's first navigate to the Pages menu and select the All Pages option. We'll see a list of all the pages currently associated with our website. We've got a home page, an About page, a Services page, and more. Hovering over any page title will give you a few options. You can click on Edit with Elementor to dive into the page's design, or select More for a drop-down of other useful options. Now, let's add a new page. Just hit the Add New button near the top of the page, give your new page a name, and then click the Publish button. A confirmation will pop up, and once you confirm, your page is live. It's as easy as that. No need to add any content right now. We'll talk about that in the next few steps. For now, let's head back to the dashboard and continue our exciting journey. Alright, now that we've covered pages, let's dive into posts and explore the archive page. To get started, I'll head over to the dashboard menu and click on the posts section. You'll notice that when we installed the kit, it came with several sample posts already set up. Pretty handy, right? Hovering over the top post in the list, I can quickly select the Edit option to make any changes I want. Great, now that the post has been loaded, we can see that we are in the WordPress block editor. Take a close look at the post's title, excerpt, and featured image. Let's start with the title. It's essential to create a descriptive title that represents the content of the article as it will appear in your archives and in the search results. Pay extra attention to whether your title includes searchable terms. A well-crafted title can make a significant impact on how your post performs in search results and attracts readers. Moving on to the excerpt, which is in the post settings panel, this brief summary gives both search engines and visitors a quick overview of what the article is about. Keeping it concise with just a sentence or two is key to capturing interest. Now, let's locate the featured image, which plays a prominent role in your post's presentation. You'll find it in the post settings panel as well. This image will be displayed in the hero section of each new post and will also show up when your post is shared on various social media platforms. After covering these elements, it's time to focus on the heart of the post, the content. WordPress introduced its block editor called Gutenberg back in version 5.0. The block editor offers various widgets or blocks such as headings, paragraphs, images, buttons, and more. You can find and add these blocks by clicking the plus icon in your content or using the block inserter panel at the top of the editor. Now that we have everything set up, we can update our post. Then, head back to the dashboard by clicking the WordPress logo in the top corner. Alright, now that we've explored a sample post, let's dive into creating a brand new one. To get started, I'll select the Add New option, which opens up the WordPress editor. First things first, I'll give my post a catchy title by clicking on the Add Title headline and typing in the name of my post. Next, I'll craft a concise excerpt in the Post Settings panel, providing a quick summary of what the post is all about. For the featured image, we'll upload an interesting picture that will display in the hero section of the post and catch readers' attention when shared on social media. Now I can get creative and write about my new project in the editor. I prefer to draft my content in Google Docs and then paste it into the editor for a smooth workflow. With the post content completed, it's time to hit the Publish button and confirm to make the post live. We can then view the published post by clicking the link at the bottom. Looking fantastic. Now, let's head back to the dashboard. We'll tidy things up by deleting the remaining sample posts so we can create new ones from scratch. To do this, we'll use the tick boxes to select the posts we want to remove, and then use the bulk actions to delete them in one go. You've now got the hang of handling sample posts that came with the kit and also adding new ones. Now, you might be curious about whether you can write posts using the Elementor editor instead, and the answer is definitely yes. With Elementor, you have the freedom to create more intricate designs and interactive elements in your posts. So, if you're aiming for a visually stunning and engaging post, editing with Elementor is the way to go. The choice is entirely yours, and it opens up a whole world of creative possibilities. Now, how will we make sure our visitors can easily access our posts on the website? There are a few ways to do this. We can add a link to our posts from one of our pages, we can include a link in the menu, or we can use an archive page. An archive page serves as a directory list or grid of all the articles or posts we've published. Usually, it's named blog for easy recognition. To set up my new portfolio page as an archive, I need to assign it in the WordPress dashboard. Here's how. Navigate to the Settings menu. Then choose Reading. In the Reading Options Settings page near the top, we'll use the drop-down menu to select our portfolio page as the Posts page and then save it. Now, we'll head back to the Posts menu page and select the View Posts link. Once the page loads, we'll see the post displayed in a grid-based layout view. We'll delve into customizing this heading a bit later with the theme builder. For now, let's head back to the WordPress dashboard and continue our journey. Let's also explore one additional function that sets posts apart from pages. Posts can be assigned categories, which helps filter and organize the topics of the posts. To manage categories, we'll navigate to the Posts menu in the dashboard and then select the category option. Here, we can make changes to the existing categories or add new ones. We have a default blog category, but we can customize it to meet our content goals. To do this, we'll hover over the blog category and select the Quick Edit option. Then replace blog with projects to make it more descriptive. Remember to change the slug as well. It is very important for SEO as it makes it easier for readers and search engines to understand what the post, page, or as in this case, the category is about. The slug should always be in lowercase without any spaces. Instead, we'll use hyphens to separate words in the slug for better readability and SEO optimization. Alright, let's dive into the wonderful world of WordPress plugins and see how they can take our website to the next level. So, what exactly is a WordPress plugin? You can think of plugins as apps for your website. They bring new features and functionality to your website, or they enhance the capabilities of existing elements. Now, let's see which plugins we currently have installed in our website. In the dashboard, head over to the Plugins area and you'll find a list of all the installed plugins. If a plugin is light blue, it means it's active, while the ones in white are installed but not activated. Right now, we only have a few plugins. First, we have the Activity Log plugin. It's quite handy as it allows us to keep track of any changes made on the website. Next, we have the amazing duo Elementor and Elementor Pro. These powerful tools enable us to create stunning, pixel-perfect pages. We'll explore them in detail very soon, so stay tuned. And lastly, we have a plugin called Hello Dolly. Matt Mullenweg, the co-founder of WordPress, created this playful little plugin along with Mike Little. While it can be fun, it doesn't serve a practical purpose, and the rule in WordPress plugins is if a plugin doesn't have a valuable function, it's best to remove it from the website. To do so, select the Delete option and confirm. Now, if we want to add a new plugin, we just need to select the Add New button. From there, we can search the vast WordPress plugin repository to find exactly what we need. Let's wrap up this plugin exploration and head back to the dashboard. We've got more exciting things to discover. Next, we'll explore the world of themes. So, what exactly is a WordPress theme? Think of a WordPress theme as a collection of files working together to create the layout and style of our website and determine how it behaves. From the WordPress dashboard, navigate to Appearance and then click on Themes. Here, we'll find a list of all the themes currently installed on our website. When we signed up for Elementor hosting, it automatically installed a theme called Hello alongside WordPress. The famous Hello theme was developed and is maintained by Elementor. It is a lightweight theme, meaning it loads quickly, and it perfectly complements the Elementor website builder. It is the second most popular theme in the WordPress theme repository, after the default WordPress theme. We also have several other themes installed, each named after a corresponding year. WordPress created these themes and releases a new default theme almost every year to showcase their latest improvements. If we ever wish to switch themes, all we have to do is select the desired theme and choose Activate. We can explore more themes by visiting the theme repository and clicking on Add New. It works quite similarly to finding new plugins. It's time to return to the dashboard once again. Now let's dive into the WordPress menu system and see how it works. Menus play a vital role as they offer visitors a standardized method to navigate through our website, making it a seamless experience for them. Menus come in various shapes and sizes, and the best part is there's no limit to how many menus we can have on our website. If I take another look at my website, I can see that a menu has already been created for me. Now, let's find out where we can manage and make changes to this menu. Back in the WordPress dashboard, we'll navigate to the Appearance menu and select the Menus option. Here, I can see the menu that was automatically created when the kit was imported. To rearrange the menu items, we'll select them and drag them to their desired location. To add a new menu item, we'll select it from the list here and choose Add to Menu. For instance, I'll add in my new portfolio page, which I created earlier on. Don't forget to hit the Save button to publish the changes to the menu. Now, when we visit our website, we can see the menu page link has been added to our menu. Exciting stuff! Let's now head back to the dashboard one more time. Now it's time to take a peek into the WordPress media library. To do this, we'll head over to the Media menu in the WordPress dashboard. The Media library serves as a comprehensive database for all our site's media files, including images, videos, and MP3s. When I select a media file, it will open up more details about it. Now, pay close attention to the title, alt tag, description, and captions. These elements play a crucial role in search rankings and accessibility. It's important to edit them each time we upload media, such as an image, to the library. To ensure optimal website performance, we should also remember to upload smaller-sized files. We can edit these in external applications like Photoshop or Canva. At the moment, our media library primarily consists of placeholder images as we started with a wireframe kit. However, don't worry, we'll be adding more life and color to it very soon. For now, let's head back to the dashboard. Alright, let's address the issue with the gibberish admin username that was auto-generated upon website creation for enhanced security. We want an understandable version of our username to show on our website when visiting the blog posts and other areas, so we'll make some changes in the user's profile settings. To begin, we'll head over to the Users menu in the WordPress dashboard and then select the All Users option. Here, we'll find our current username listed. By hovering over our username, we can click on the Edit User option to access our user preferences. Here, we'll have access to various preferences, including the option to change the colors of the admin dashboard and other settings. However, our primary focus right now is on the name preferences. The username field cannot be edited as it's essential for maintaining the connection to the website from the Elementor dashboard. But we can update the first name, last name, and even a nickname if we wish. Now comes the part where we can choose what name is displayed on my website. Using the drop-down menu, we can pick from variations of our first and last names, or go with our nickname. I think I'll go with my nickname. To save these changes, we'll click the Update Profile button located at the bottom of the page. With that done, we'll return to the dashboard. Now, let's dive into the Settings menu, where we can customize various preferences for our website. In the WordPress dashboard, we'll head over to the Settings menu. In the General Settings section, we can set essential details like the time zone, making sure that our website displays the correct time for our visitors worldwide. Additionally, we can choose our preferred language for the site. Of course, there are other options in this menu that we'll explore more closely later, so stay tuned for further customization. That wraps up all the essential basics of WordPress. Let's recap what we covered in this lesson. 1. We started by familiarizing ourselves with the dashboard's home screen, the top bar's functions, the structure of the main menu, and how to access support if needed. 2. We then delved into understanding pages and how to create new ones. 3. Then we were introduced to posts and archives, and we learned how to assign an archive in the Settings option. 4. We explored the media library to understand where different types of files are stored. 5. Next, we gained insights into plugins, themes, and menus. 6. Last, we discovered how to change the admin name displayed on the website. Although we haven't covered every single aspect of the WordPress dashboard, the knowledge you've gained here is more than enough to kickstart your website development. I encourage you to explore every corner of the WordPress admin area on your own. In our next lesson, get ready to dive into the Elementor editor, where we'll master everything about this powerful website builder. So stick around, there's more exciting learning ahead. Alright, let's dive into the exciting world of Elementor and explore how it integrates with WordPress. Elementor is an incredible tool that empowers us to create and manage any kind of website we envision, without the need to write a single line of code. If you're eager to learn more about each feature, I've provided a link to the Elementor website below. Now, without any more delay, let's jump straight into the Elementor editor. Let's head over to the WordPress dashboard and navigate to the Pages menu. We'll hover over the Home page and select Edit with Elementor. As a quick reminder, Elementor is a fantastic visual drag and drop page builder, meaning what we see in the editor is exactly what will be displayed on our website. This makes the entire process of creating and editing website pages visual and straightforward. Now, let's explore each area of the editor to gain a better understanding. First up, we have the Widgets panel. Here on the right is the canvas where we structure and style our website. Everything we see here is fully editable. You can customize any element by selecting it and making changes to it. When you select an element within the canvas area, the widget panel will update to display more options specific to the selected widget. We'll delve into these options in more detail very soon. Moving on to another useful panel in Elementor, the Navigator. We can access it from the bottom of the widget panel by selecting this icon, and it opens on the right side of the screen, displaying a list of each container and widget used on the page. The Navigator helps us stay organized. We can click any element, and the page will navigate straight to that specific item in the canvas area. We can also rearrange and rename elements with this tool. We also have the flexibility to dock and undock the Navigator to the side of our screen if we prefer. For now, let's close it as we continue to explore the Elementor editor. On the top left corner, by selecting the hamburger icon, we can access the additional areas of Elementor, most of which we'll explore shortly. Finally, at the bottom of the widget panel, we have access to various options: Page Settings, Navigator, Open Close, View History of changes made to the page, Open Responsive Controls, Preview the page in the browser, and last but not least, the Update button, which we'll use when we're ready to make our web page live. We build Elementor layouts using what we call containers. A container acts as a box, or a container, pun intended, for other elements on our page, such as widgets and even other containers. They give us creative freedom and control over our web design process. To create a new container, we'll click the plus icon located in the canvas area. Elementor offers a variety of preset layout structures. For now, we'll go with a simple row layout that displays elements horizontally. Once we have the container in place, we can edit its height and other layout properties in the widget panel. Now we can add our widgets or even additional containers. We can add as many containers as we like, allowing us to create unique and stunning layouts for our website. The possibilities are endless. Let's talk about widgets. Widgets are the elements we use to build and design our website. Some of the basic widgets are the heading widget, the image widget, the text editor widget, and the button widget. We'll use these widgets often, but keep in mind that we've got nearly 100 other widgets to choose from. Adding a widget to our page is as simple as dragging and dropping it in place. Let's see it in action with the button widget and place it inside the container we created earlier. Now, as soon as we add the widget, the left panel display changes, showing the available configuration and styling options for the button. Most widgets have three main tabs. The Content tab, where we configure the widget's content. Here, with the button widget selected, we can set the button text, the link it leads to, alignment, size, and much more. The Style tab, which allows us to customize the widget's appearance, from colors and typography to borders and shadows, the options are endless. The Advanced tab, where we can delve into more advanced settings for precise control over the widget's spacing, positioning, behavior, and much more. Now we'll drag a heading widget into the canvas area. We can edit the heading from the widget settings, as well as directly from the canvas. Here's a pro tip for you. The HTML tag associated with the heading lets us control its level of hierarchy within the page. We can find them in the HTML tag dropdown as a range of options from H1 to H6. Think of H1 as the title of the page or posts, while H2 signifies a new section in the content. H3, that's like a new chapter within the section, and so on. There are other tags like divider, span, and paragraph as well. Moving on to the Style tab. Here we can fine-tune the headings, size, and color. And here we have global styles, which we'll explore shortly. Trust me, it's a game changer. Next, we'll grab the text editor widget and drop it right onto the canvas. The text editor widget is our go-to tool for paragraphs of content for our website, and it's like writing an email. We've got all the basic formatting we need here: bold, italics, bullet points, and all the common formatting options we're familiar with. Once the text is in place, we can edit it just like before. Like we did previously with the button and the heading widgets, in the Style tab, we'll make this text stand out even more. And we can customize its appearance to match our website's vibe perfectly. Alright, it's time to spice things up with some eye-catching visuals. We'll grab the image widget and pop it onto the canvas. Images play a large role in conveying our message visually. Now, let's replace that default placeholder. I'll use a stunning image I've already saved to my computer. There it is, looking good. But we're not done yet. To make our website more accessible and SEO friendly, we'll add an alt tag and a description to the image. These little details go a long way in improving our site's overall performance. With everything set, it's time to click that Insert Media button. Voila! But wait, we've got some more work to do. In the Style tab, we can fine-tune the display size and other options for this image, making it fit just right with the rest of the content. Now, a word of caution. When downloading images, make sure you have the rights to use them. Don't just grab an image from Google Search, as it could be copyrighted. To safeguard yourself, consider using images you've photographed personally or hiring a paid photographer. It's the safest route to take. Oh, and here's another tip. Make sure to resize and compress your images for faster loading on your site. Most visitors view websites on their mobile phones, so aim for no more than a couple hundred kilobytes per image. Some photography or other websites may require larger, higher quality images, but in most cases, that should do the trick. Feel free to use tools like Photoshop or Canva for resizing and compression, or explore websites that offer those services. Time to tidy things up a bit. Let's remove this container. A quick and handy way to do this is by right-clicking within the container, just like that. A list of helpful options appears, and we'll go ahead and select Delete. You can explore different widgets and settings as you go. As you progress, you'll discover even more options and possibilities. In this lesson, we reviewed the Elementor editor and learned the basics of page editing. We kicked things off by diving into the Elementor interface, getting familiar with the builder and some of its tools and settings. Then, we explored containers and how they form the backbone of a website's layout, giving us the creative freedom to build stunning pages. And of course, we talked about widgets and covered their configuration, styling, and advanced options. In the next lesson, we'll discover how to use global styles to make quick and consistent changes across our entire website. Now that we've got an understanding of how the Elementor editor works, let's make some style and content changes to bring our website to life. To start, we'll personalize our site by adding the site title, tagline, and logo. In the editor of the homepage, look for the hamburger icon in the top left-hand corner and then click on Site Settings. In the Site Identity area, we can specify our site name, tagline, logo, and even the favicon. Here, I'll change the site's name and the site's tagline. The kit provided a placeholder logo for our website, which we'll need to update with our own logo. To change the logo, I'll click the plus icon under the site logo options, which opens the WordPress media library. From here, we have the choice to either select an image from the existing media library or upload a new file from our computer. We'll upload our logo file. Then, in the alt text field, we'll type an image description. It's important to add alt text to your images so screen readers can then communicate this text to visually impaired individuals. As a good standard practice, I'll also edit the title, add the description, and include a caption for the images as we upload them to the media library. This will improve our site's search rankings and save us from having to edit the images later. We can also add a site favicon, which is the tiny image that appears in the Browser tab, in the same way we added our logo. Once we're satisfied with the changes, we'll hit the Update button and preview our page. Here we go. The new logo now proudly appears in the header section of my website. I love how updating the logo instantly allows us to really see the website transforming into a personalized product. Now, let's learn how to use global styling settings such as colors and fonts. Setting our global colors and fonts now will allow us to define and update our colors and fonts across our entire website with a few clicks, rather than having to change them manually on every page. To get started, I'll return to the main menu screen of the site settings and select the Global Colors option. By default, every Elementor installation includes 4 system colors: primary, secondary, body text, and accent. These colors serve as the base for all widgets. We also have a range of custom colors which we can adjust to match the website's look and feel. We can change a global color by clicking the color swatch and adjusting the color with the color picker. For instance, I'll update my accent color. As I edit the color, watch the button on the homepage change to reflect this new accent color. This is because the button's color is set to display the accent color. I find this green color, #1F5D22, appealing, so let's keep it as our accent color. Now, I'd like to add a lovely beige color to my palette. In the Custom Colors area, we'll click the Add Color button. Give it a name, and choose a color like E1D7C4. After making these color changes, I'll click the Update button to save my changes. Next, we'll assign a global color to the background of the entire website. To do this, we'll go back to the main site settings by selecting the back arrow at the top of the panel. Then click Background. Here, we can either choose a custom color from the color picker or use one of our global colors. I'll opt for my global background kit color, which means that all pages will now use this as the background color. Any changes we make to this global color will automatically update the background color on all pages. Additionally, we have the option to define a different background color for mobile. Once everything looks perfect, we'll click the Update button to save our global color settings. Great, our website is really coming along. Next, we'll check out global fonts. We'll navigate back to the main site settings by clicking the back arrow and selecting the Global Fonts option. Similar to global colors, here we also have system fonts like primary, secondary, body text, and accent, as well as a variety of custom fonts tailored to our kit's design. To modify a global font, we'll click the pencil icon, which opens the typography window. For this one, we'll choose the Hero Headline font. We'll change the font family by picking a new one from the drop-down list. There are more customization options available here. Feel free to play around with these settings till you're happy with the style. It's worth noting that you can make a custom edit to any global setting directly from an individual widget. This is perfect for one-time style changes. For now, I'll revert our font back to Poppins since it complements the website style. Once we're satisfied with the font changes, we'll hit Update and return to the editing screen by clicking the cross icon. Now let's discuss responsive editing. After designing a desktop version of our page, the next step is to make sure it displays properly on phones and tablets. This is where Elementor's responsive editing mode comes into play. We'll click the responsive icon at the bottom of the editor left panel. This opens a new bar at the top of our page with icons to toggle between desktop, tablet, and mobile device views. Let's take a closer look at the page in each of these modes. One of the benefits of using an Elementor kit is that it comes optimized for responsive view right out of the box. So basically, we won't need to change much. Let's select a widget and see how we can edit its responsive features. Navigate to the Style tab, and we can see that we can tweak specific settings in this widget. The small device icon next to a setting in the widget indicates that the value can be adjusted for responsive view. Remember, only settings that have this device icon are adjustable at different sizes. Also note that widget responsive adjustments might affect other views, so always preview your pages at the different device sizes. We'll click the Update button to save the changes we made. The Preview option allows us to take a look at our changes in our browser. We also have the option here to save as a template. This is convenient if we've designed a layout on the page that we wish to replicate across other parts of our website. It's a great time saver. We can then assign a name to our template and seamlessly store it within our library. And that brings us to the end of this chapter. Here, we defined our site identity, set up our global styles, and reviewed responsive editing. Next up is the theme builder. Until now in our lesson, we talked about WordPress themes. Usually, altering the theme's appearance would require coding skills, creating a child theme, etc. However, with the power of Elementor, this can be avoided. The Elementor theme builder introduces a seamless and intuitive approach and lets you create your very own custom theme. Now, let's explore the theme builder accessible from the dashboard, selecting the Templates menu. Here, we're presented with a list of site parts. Let's take a closer look at each of them. The header, seen at the top of your website, typically holds your company's logo, navigation menu, and perhaps contact details. The footer, positioned at the bottom. The footer often houses a logo, a page directory, vital legal links like the copyright notice or terms of service, and sometimes a contact form. The single post, an individual content entry, typically consisting of a title, content, and associated metadata. The single page, a standalone content page distinct from posts, often used for static content like about or contact information. The posts archive, a collection of posts grouped by a specific criterion such as date, category, or tag. For example, news sites where only sports articles are shown when you select the sports category. Moving on to the search results template, it echoes the archive, presenting content that matches a searched term. Lastly, the Error 404 template steps in when a link leads to a relocated or non-existent page. This template serves as a guidepost, often featuring a search or navigation option to steer visitors in the right direction. An overview of the site parts included in your kit gives you an idea of how everything fits together. Let's kick things off by clicking on the header within the theme builder. In the upper corner, I'll click on the Edit link to dive into the template through the editor. With my header template opened in the editor, let's take a moment to look at the navigator. This handy tool shows me that the header template consists of two container sections. The top container section holds a heading widget and an icon list widget neatly organized within a container row and justified. I'll select it and change the address by entering the correct details. Next, I'll change the phone number. Clicking on it leads me to the widget panel where I can make the necessary edits. I'll tweak the text displayed in the field, and for the link field, I'll opt for the contact URL. This action opens up the settings, allowing me to set it up to automatically dial the number when visitors click it. Bringing it all together, we'll want the header to resonate with the global beige color. By picking the container and navigating to the Style tab, I can simply adjust the background color. You can see the header container in the navigator. It accommodates the site logo widget and the nav menu widget, thoughtfully situated within a container row, and this one too justified to the page edges. In the background color section, I'll first set the background color to our global beige. I'll return to the top container's Style tab. But this time I will play with the opacity level in the color picker, creating a slightly lighter appearance. Easily change the logo size via the Style tab. Alright, let's move on to the nav menu widget. Over in the dropdown, I can spot the primary menu already selected. This menu was put together during our kit import process. This nav menu widget operates based on the standard WordPress menus we covered earlier. If any editing is needed, I can hit the Menus screen link. Now, the nav menu widget is quite a versatile tool. It offers various options for layout, alignment, and styling. Given that it's all good to go from the kit import and fully operational, we'll smoothly transition to the next step. Notice how, as you scroll down, the header stays at the top of the page. That's what we call a sticky header. To toggle this option, just select the container, head to its Advanced tab, and locate the Motion Effects section. Right there, we'll find the settings for the sticky effect. Feel free to activate or deactivate this effect on different devices as needed. Before we wrap up, let's give those responsive views a quick check to ensure everything's looking sharp. There's no limit to what you can do with Elementor when it comes to design. Click the Update button, and let's get out of the editor. Once back on the dashboard, it's worth visiting our website and checking out the changes we've made. Now, let's make our way back to the theme builder right from the dashboard. Our next stop is the footer. Our kit's footer is divided into 3 container sections. Up top, we've got a hero area with a call to action widget. This is your final chance to hook visitors, whether for a sale or a connection. As we've done before, we'll upload a local image to the media library. Next, edit its details, swapping out the title and description text to match our messaging. And of course, linking our button to the contact page. Let's change the background color for this call to actions content. I'll go to the Style tab and navigate to the Content Style settings. Right there, under Colors settings, we'll change the background color to the global beige. Let's give the content a bit more spacing with some padding, shall we? Hopping over to the box style settings, we'll increase the padding to 8% for all sides. Just below the call to action hero, we've got the footer section, a prime real estate for showcasing my brand. Here, I can throw in the company logo, write a catchy summary, sprinkle some social media icons, provide a directory of links, and the contact information. This section is made of 4 child containers, all neatly tucked within a parent container. On the first container, we can see an image box. It's already set to display the logo we set up in our site identity, a bit like our header. I'm leaving that part untouched and editing the description text, maybe a quick rundown of what our company's all about, or a business mantra. Next, we can see the social icon widget. The kit we chose already comes with icons for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just a quick link editing, and they're all set. Now, if you're feeling extra social and want to add another one, it's a simple Add Item move. This lets you choose an icon from the library, set it up with a link, and voila! We can easily drag and drop the list items to shuffle their position if we'd like. In the following container, we see a heading widget and an icon list widget for my services, just waiting for a little touch-up. New construction, remodeling, renovations, additions. They were already prepped and linked up correctly when my kit was installed. Now I'm deleting the last one because our services page has only 4 parts. Now to our last container, we can see it holds a heading and a nav menu widget. Just like in the header template, this one's also powered by a WordPress menu. If you're looking to create an extensive directory in your footer, you can create extra menus on the WordPress menu screen. Now, this menu is a little different. We can see that it's displayed vertically. This can be found and altered in the widget panel's layout dropdown, where we can shuffle between horizontal, vertical, or drop-down styles. And for our usage here, the vertical option seems to be the right one. One more thing though, I don't want the menu to transform into a hamburger icon on other devices. To prevent this, we'll head to the mobile drop-down settings. There, under the breakpoint drop-down, we'll select None. Lastly, the last container. Inside, it has a heading, a text editor, and an icon list widget. Let's first get rid of this text editor widget. Now the spotlight is on the icon list widget. Let's click the icon list widget to edit its settings. We'll tweak both the display and dynamic options of the phone number. Now, let's select the Add Item button. In the text field, I'll type the company's address. Oh, and don't forget this checkmark icon by selecting the trash can icon. And finally, let's reshuffle the address to take its place in the list. Perfect. The final touch is the copyright notice. Let's click on the text to make some edits. Over in the widget panel, under the title options, notice the dynamic twist. Elementor's got my back, ensuring the current year is always on display. Let's quickly edit the before and after text. Time for a final round of responsive checks, just to ensure everything is playing nice on all devices. We can now click the Update button and save our changes. With that done, I'll exit the editor, land back on my dashboard, and click to see these footer changes in action. Back to the dashboard page we go. Remember that portfolio page we created earlier and set as our posts page in the reading settings? Well, that's now our archive. Let's give it a touch-up. Just select this in the theme builder. You'll spot the Edit Link option, so let's click it. This template's got a big hero section with a heading and a background image. To start with, we'll tweak that heading, switching it from our blog to our portfolio directly on the page. That feels better. Now for that background image, we'll go to the Style tab, and in the container settings, let's select the option to pick a background image. I'll upload an image from my local drive. Oh, and let's not forget the alt tags and description. Last touch, a little overlay action. It's just under the background overlay settings of the Style tab. Done deal. Next, the Archive Posts widget. This Archive Posts widget is developed to be used in the archive or search results templates in the theme builder. There are fewer settings compared to the Posts widget, but I can still change the number of columns and layout in the widget panel, for example. Since our imported kit did a great job configuring it, I'm keeping things as they are. But hey, don't let that stop you from playing around with it yourself. I'm pushing out the updates to the template and heading back to the dashboard. When a post gets a visitor's attention, it displays the featured image and a teaser-like excerpt. This setup is built in the single post template of our theme builder. Our kit has arranged the layout for us. Let's have a quick look at it by going over it in the theme builder. As the page opens in the editor, it showcases the last post we created. This is kind of a sneak peek into what the template will eventually present. Now, when we're creating templates in the theme builder, you don't need to build a separate template for each post. It's a smart cookie. It uses the data straight from the WordPress post. The title, that intriguing excerpt, the featured image, and of course the content itself. In WordPress language, this is called as being dynamic. The hero does its usual thing, showcasing the featured image, proudly displaying the title, and giving the post essentials like the author and the published date, to name a few. In the next part, our layout includes the excerpt widget, the post content widget, and the post navigation widget. Here's a golden rule. Make sure to always have your post content widget in your single post and single page template. Skipping this step might lead your site into a bit of a hiccup. Our template also includes a social sharing widget, plus a section for related posts. This template comes prepped and ready, all thanks to our kit. As it stands, I'll keep this as it is. But you should know, there is no limit to different design options you could come up with using the single post template. Stay tuned for deeper understanding on this in another course. I've given you the rundown on the major templates that build up the site parts in your theme builder. You got the basics on headers, footers, single post, and archives. Stay tuned for an upcoming tutorial where I'll dive even deeper into each of these. Don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel for the latest videos and updates. Creating a WordPress website with Elementor hosting is your first step towards success. Now, let's give your beautiful site a fitting name. Upon purchasing and setting up my Elementor hosting package, I was given a temporary domain name. However, I have my own domain name which I want to use on this website. If you haven't bought a domain name yet, you can easily do so from well-known domain providers like Hover, GoDaddy, Namecheap, and others. Just keep in mind that it might take a few hours for your new domain name to become fully operational. Once I receive an email confirmation from my provider stating that my domain is ready, I can head back to the My Elementor website's dashboard and seamlessly connect it using the guided process. Starting from My Elementor hosting dashboard, I'll navigate to the websites section and click on the Manage This Website button within my website's card. This will open up the site details screen. Within the Manage Domains section, I'll opt for the Connect My Domain option. Once the screen refreshes, I'll be prompted to input the domain name I bought. I'll enter the domain name and proceed by clicking the Let's Begin button. Moving on to step 2, the system will recognize that my domain was obtained through GoDaddy. It will then offer me the choice to either continue to sign in or proceed manually. Selecting the first option seems like the better path, and that's what I'll choose. After clicking the button, a modal window will open, guiding me to 1. Sign into my account, 2. Authorize the connection from Elementor to modify the records. A success message will then appear, and I can click the Close button. Once the modal window is closed, there's one final step. I should now click the Connect My Domain Name link. And that's it. The process is now finished. I'll need to show a bit of patience as the name is processed in the servers worldwide, a procedure that typically takes a few hours. Elementor will notify me via email once the process is fully completed, along with the next steps. Now, it's time to set up the email authentication to ensure that the forms on my website are sent from the correct domain name. I'll start by returning to my Elementor dashboard and accessing my site's settings. Once there, I'll click on the Authenticate Your Email link provided on the dashboard. This will lead me to a page with the following steps. The final phase of email authentication involves following the step-by-step instructions provided on your account dashboard. During this process, you'll need to sign into your domain registrar, modify the DNS records using the details supplied in your Elementor dashboard, confirm the connection. This procedure may take up to 72 hours in some cases, although it's often completed much faster. You'll receive a notification from Elementor once the authentication is ready. With this authentication in place, my forms will be able to send emails using the custom domain name. After my website is fully ready with the new domain name and the email authentication is configured, the next step is to make the site accessible to others. This involves disabling the site lock feature. To proceed, 1. I'll access the site lock settings on my website management screen and toggle the switch to the off position. 2. I'll then confirm the prompt asking if I'm ready to go live with your site. With this action, my website is now live and ready to be visited by the rest of the world. In this final chapter, we successfully linked a custom domain name to the website, authenticated our email, and disabled the site lock feature to showcase our website to a wider audience. With this, we conclude the lesson on how to get started with your first WordPress website. Throughout this journey, we covered a significant amount of ground, exploring our Elementor account dashboard, navigating the WordPress dashboard, understanding pages and posts, exploring plugins and themes, getting familiar with the Elementor editor, gaining proficiency with basic Elementor widgets, modifying our pre-designed site components that came with the kit using the theme builder, establishing a domain connection, authenticating domain email, going live by disabling the site lock. Hopefully, this lesson has empowered you with valuable insights into crafting WordPress websites with confidence using Elementor. To continue your learning journey, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, where I'll be sharing more beginner-friendly tutorials for creating stunning WordPress websites. And I'll see you next time.